All right. So another Bible review. Here we have something that just recently came out this year. This is from Hendrickson, and I got a hold of them, and and they sent this out to me. Uh, I've had it for a couple weeks now, but this is the deluxe hand-bound edition. It's a large print edition, and it has top grain goatskin leather, and this is black. So when you get it, and when you get the Bible, which this is the Bible, but there's something on here I want to show you. But there's my invoice. It comes wrapped all the way around, so it's very well protected with this paper. But let me get to the Bible. Let's see. Well, let's go to this. It says it's got top grain goatskin leather, which we'll see something really neat about that. Spine hubs, 3 ribbon markers, gilded page edges. It doesn't have art gild. Presentation page. It's hand-bound cover, lined to the edge, so it's edge-lined. Full color maps, verses, verse references, concordance, red letter text. I didn't notice that. I'll have to look back at it. And then easy to read, 11.25 font there. So nice little, just a 2-piece box. But now to the Bible. Let me get this box out of the way. And there we go. All right. Now, I don't know if you notice it, but you see that white waxy substance? Now, that wasn't there when I got it. That's the sign of a very good quality, or usually the top grain of any kind of leather. That's actually the oils from this goatskin. So actually, to get rid of it, you can just kind of use your hand and rub it out, and it's just the natural oils coming to the surface. I thought that was kind of neat, so I left that on there. Or you can take like a little damp rag and gently go over it and dry it off. You don't want to dry out the leather. Now, one thing that stands out about this Bible is the huge raised hubs. I think that's kind of cool. These are stamped in. The stamping is stamped into the leather. So that's nice, nicely done. Now, where the difference is going to come in on this Bible is these 3 ribbons, which are double satin, which that's nice. But they're all put, I don't know, I should have left it the way it was, but they're all overlaid in one spot. So I actually have them spread out, but they're all, how can I say it? They're all overlaid over each other just in one spot. So they actually are all right here, but I spread them out like this. So have you ever seen like a, the Westminster Bible, how they overlay, 2 ribbons at a time? This one overlays 3 ribbons at a time. Now, let me go to the front here. It is one thing I really do like about it is the size of it. It's perfect. This is a preaching Bible. This is because it's large print, and it's like this really easy to carry size, very nice size and everything. It does have that top grain goatskin. It's a nice tough type of goatskin, but it's still supple. But it's just got that feeling like you don't have to worry about scratching it. But it does have this synthetic liner, but it's even got like some grain to it and all that. Kind of like how Cambridge does their wide margins. And you can see here, top grain goatskin leather cover. When I first got this, I was actually underwhelmed when I first got it, because I'd open it and this thing, it would just stay like that and then flop over. It did not want to lay flat at all. And I almost did not review this, even though they send it to me. And like I said, somebody sends something to me, especially of this, retail price. I'm going to review it out of respect because, that's just how I am. And I almost didn't, though. I was about to email him back and say, this Bible is just horrible. But after I did my little break-in, if you haven't seen my break-in video, it's on my channel. But after I broke it in, this thing has been just a joy to use. You can see it gives you a generous overhang. When it's open, it looks really, really nice. It's probably about 9 millimeters. It just looks nice when it's open. It gives you a little bit more leading on the sides. And now after I've done the break-in, it's really nice. One thing that stands out on this Bible a lot is it's still, I'm sure if I just press that down, yeah, so it still doesn't lay flat, but like I said, it's a little bit of a smaller Bible compared to like the last one I just reviewed. the King James Version Premier Collection from Thomas Nelson. But one thing I noticed that's just amazing about this Bible is I love this paper. This paper is nice. It reminds me of French milled paper. It really does. It reminds me a lot of French milled paper. And this is printed and bound in Italy as well. So, and I don't know if they use a real gold foil, because if you notice there's that brown color, but they didn't spray anything underneath. And usually when you see like this brown color, sometimes that means either they used a really good foil, which I know they did, or they might have actually used a real gold foil, which not Thomas Nelson, the Thompson Chain used to use real gold foil back in the day. And when you'd open it, it'd kind of give you that art gilded effect because it was real gold. But I don't think this is the case. I was just kind of wondering, because the gilding is very nice. It looks a lot different. Not a lot different, but it has this like distinct difference compared to other Bibles I've had. Just really nicely done though. So yeah, it is red letter. I'm not much for red letter, but if you like red letter, this is a nice, consistent, dark red letter. And you can, let me bring that up a little bit closer. You can see that. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. I'd say that's about a good representation of what I'm seeing in the camera. Yeah. And it's consistent. Let me go back. Let me show you. Of course, if they're going to make this at the price point, I've seen it for like $169 and up. But it's a good Bible, guys. It really is. It's got a good, decent concordance. It's got the parables of the New Testament, of course, the Old Testament prophecies of the Passion, miracles of the New Testament, parables of the Old Testament. It's got some helps back here. And it's got the harmony of the Gospels. And one thing I like is like promises, God's promises when you are going through something. Of course, we got to realize when the Bible says something's written to somebody, it's not necessarily always for us. And some of these I read, and I'm just like, that was for a nation. It wasn't for an individual. But anyways, those are nice because a lot of them do line up with the Christian for the age in which we live in. But it's a good Bible, but I'm gonna have to be honest. I'm gonna give this thing, for the price point that they're asking, I'm gonna have to give it just like a 6 out of 10. It's not that impressive. The cut of the goat skin is really, really thin. They skived it so thin that I'm even worried about this maybe tearing in the future. It feels kind of cheap, guys. It really does, but it's still a good Bible. I could see I'd have no problem paying maybe $70, $80 for this, or maybe even $100, because the paper and the text block itself is very nice. I believe it's got to be a 36 GSM, and if it's probably Italian or European paper or something like that. So I'm not sure how where they got the paper from. It doesn't really talk about it, but one thing I also noticed is no line matching. It's just an old layout that they've been using, but it's one that a lot of preachers like using, this layout, and I can see why. So this is a good preaching Bible. So if you can find it on sale on a good price, pick up one. I mean, it's a nice Bible, but and this is double satin. I don't know if I said that. These are double satin, but just they overlaid the ribbons, which makes it just looks kind of funny. The hubs are done. I think they're just overdone, and it just kind of feels a little bit cheap, guys. I hate to say that, but at the same time, it'd make a great preaching Bible, like I've said. But that's all I really can say about this one. So I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Till next time, good day, and God bless.